Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. So I'm Victoria and I'm really excited today because I'm going to continue on with what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. So I just completed the 3-week mini series on big goals, on manifesting them, and how we can kind of work towards them, right? So today we're going to just continue with that. We're going to keep diving into something that I really feel is life-changing. So we are going to continue to talk about manifesting the life you desire, whether, you're dreaming of that big move like we did, or whether, you're seeking something like better health, financial freedom, career change. All these principles that we're going to talk today about, they can literally go into anything in your life, okay? Because manifestation isn't just about like, oh, I'm going to wish for something and then sit back and hope that one day it happens. It's a process of aligning our thoughts, our energy, and actions with that desired outcome. And it's really about trusting that you are worthy to receive them, right? So today, I'm going to share with you in detail those 4 steps that I talked about in the previous podcast. Okay, so you don't have to keep a pencil handy, nothing like that. Don't worry if you're driving and you're like, oh God, I can't figure out how I'm going to remember all this. At the end of this, I'm going to give you guys the link to grab the whole thing. Okay, so I have a do the work book and it's a PDF, so easy peasy. It's a download. You don't have to worry about anything. It's going to be on my website, so you can grab it. I have it listed there. Guys, it's $11, right? Not a lot of money. And it helps you walk through all these steps. It helps you understand all these steps and really get to the root of what's going on here. Okay. So like I said, today I'm going to share the 4 powerful steps that I used to manifest this huge dream right here that I am currently living, and how you can use them too, right? So first, I want to talk a little bit about why manifestation works. Manifestation is about focusing on what you do want rather than dwelling on what you don't, okay? It's not magic. It's a combination of mindset shifts, setting intentional actions, and really a huge step into trusting the process. That's a big thing. Trust the process. When you align your energy and actions with your goals, then you start to notice opportunities you may have overlooked before, right? So it's like turning on the lights in that dark room. Suddenly the path to, your night table becomes clear and you can actually plug in your phone without stubbing your toes on everything along the way. So for example, here's a good example. When we decided to move to the Caribbean, it started as a dream that almost felt impossible. I shared this with you guys before. There was like this seed planted 10 years ago that this was something that we wanted. There was something different. We weren't really sure exactly what it looked like, but a lot of times we're like, that kind of feels impossible, but it was there. Okay. And we struggled with it for a long time, but then when we started to follow the steps that I'm going to outline for you today, we turned the vision, that seed, into our reality. And the best part, these principles literally work for everything. I have applied them in things like my health, my money, my career, my relationships, my friendships, all that kind of stuff. You name it. You can use these steps to start to shift and change all of those things, bring things into your life in different ways. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's go through these 4 super simple steps one by one. So I'm going to start with gratitude. You guys know, I've preached this before. Gratitude is the foundation of manifesting because it shifts your focus to your current abundance, right? When you appreciate what you already have, you raise your energy and open yourself to receive even more, right? If you can take a moment to appreciate every little thing, that is a huge shift in energy, right? Take a moment right now. Think about 3 things you are currently grateful for. Okay. Maybe it's something to do with your health or your family. Maybe it's a small win that you experienced today. Or maybe there's a win that you've experienced recently that you can really kind of it'll bring a smile to your face and help you feel grateful. Okay. When we started dreaming about moving to the Caribbean, I focused on being grateful for the opportunities we already had. I really focused on being grateful for the house we already had, the place we already lived, all the things around me that I was able to be grateful for in that moment. And that gratitude created that positive momentum for us, right? So ask yourself, what are you grateful for today? You're going to write that down once you get the notebook or the workbook, and you're going to say it out loud, or really just feel like you're feeling it in your heart, right? Deep, deep gratitude for even the most minute things, right? Gratitude is planting that seed. And it's the first step in starting to see your dreams come true. You will notice shifts happening as soon as you find a way to be really rooted in your gratitude. Okay. The next step, surrender. How many of you have been told, like, just let it go, just surrender, just leave it alone? And you can't get it out of your brain. You can't let it go. You just can't get past it, right? Been there, done that. Overthinker, big time. Used to do that so much with my brain. So, I want to be clear though, surrender doesn't mean like that you're giving up. It means that you're releasing the fears, the doubts, and the need to control every aspect of how whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is going to come into your life. Okay. It's about trusting along the way that things happen in their own time and in the very best way for you. It really, really does. Even those really horrible moments, they're happening in their very best way for you. Okay. So when we were planning our move, I had to let go. I had a lot of what if fears. I had so many what if fears, and I really had to work through those, release them, surrender them to the universe. And where I had to speak them out loud so I can, there's things like, what if it didn't work out? What if we failed? But I realized that these fears were actually holding me back in the long run, right? So by surrendering them, by giving those fears over, I made space for possibilities that I couldn't have even imagined. There were things along this journey that I just that floored me, that blew me away, that I had no idea was even possible. And so, in your workbook, you'll find some really good prompts for this. So things like asking what fears or limiting thoughts are you holding on to? Write them down. And then imagine setting them aside. Another thing I like to do is I imagine the opposite, or I write out the opposite. So what if it doesn't work out? But what if it does? Right? So write that fear, but then write the opposite of it as well. And you don't have to have all the answers. That is not what this is about. But you just have to trust that as this process unfolds, it's unfolding in the right way. Number 3, align. Align is where the magic really starts to happen. Okay. So you're solid in your gratitude. You found gratitude for everything that you already currently have. You are, if it's finances that you're trying to manifest, you're super grateful for the $3 you have in your bank account, because without that $3, you would literally have no money, right? So you're super grateful for that $3. You are surrendering to the fact that that's all the money that you have at this current situation. That is okay. There is no what ifs around it. It is what it is. This is where I am right now. Now I'm going to align. This is the magic. Align is where this magic really starts to come into play. I hope it's not too windy. The curtains are literally sliding up and around my face here. Sliding up around my computer. I hope you can hear it okay. Okay, back at it. Alignment means matching your thoughts, actions, and energy with the version of you who has already received this goal. Okay. So, for example, if you're trying to manifest for yourself better health, what is the healthiest version of you do? Right? Maybe she drinks her greens every morning. Maybe she make sure she gets enough sleep. Maybe she moves her body on a daily. Maybe she loves yoga every day, right? Start embodying the habits that she would be doing. Align yourself now with that person that you see in your future. So when we were working on our move to the Caribbean, I started aligning and taking small and intentional steps, right? So I was researching opportunities that were down there for us. I was connecting with people. I was imagining myself living that life. I went out and bought myself clothes that I'm going to be wearing down in the Caribbean, right? And I wear them now. And really just started to be like, who is she, and what are all the things that she wants to do? Who is she? What is she doing? How does she feel? What does she look like? All of those things. And then just really start to embody them, right? Ask yourself, what small action can I take today that aligns with my dreams, right? What mindset shifts do you need to make? Do you fully believe that you are going to do this? If you're not, then you need to shift that mindset. Alignment is about becoming the person who already lives your dream. So if you're someone that has a hard time like envisioning, imagining, creating that imaginary person in your mind, just go to social media and find them. Because they are out there, right? I have a horrible imagination. I have a really hard time manipulating my brain in a way that it'll believe things that aren't really there. So I found some people that are living the dream life that I want to live, people that are in the Caribbean doing their network marketing company business where they can do it from anywhere in the world. They are doing their podcast. They are doing all the things, okay? I found these people and I envisioned myself in their shoes, in their reels, in their posts. And that helped me create this powerful momentum that I believe that, hey, I can do that too. If she can do that, so can I, right? And that was a really helpful tool for me because I just couldn't figure out how to make imaginary Victoria at all. I was having a hard time with it. Step 4, this is the hardest one. You got to let it go, and then you got to allow it. The final step, let go and allow, okay? Letting go means releasing the attachment to the exact outcome or timeline, okay? If you are stuck in this is going to happen by this date in this manner, I can almost guarantee you that it won't. Because the universe and your timeline are often not the same. But if you are flexible, if you are envisioning how you want it to be, sometimes if you just let it go, it happens way faster than you thought it would, right? For us, it totally did. When we finally let go of what it was going to look like, it happened like that within 30 days. All of a sudden, bam, frick, everything's coming together, right? Because so often we get stuck in thinking, things have to happen a certain way because that's the way we've been conditioned. And for a lot of us, that is just what you know. So if that's what you know and that's comfortable for you, then that's what you're going to want to happen. But when you let go, you open yourself up to even better possibilities. One of my favorite phrases that my good friend Christine taught me was this or something better. Because you never know. There could be something way better than you could have ever possibly imagined coming. And you just aren't able to see it because you are stuck in your one idea, right? So allowing means being open to receiving your dreams, the wins, the challenges, and everything in between, because it's going to be both. And you can't just take the good without the bad. You can't, it's not how the world works, right? We all know there's good and bad together in all things, right? So you need to be able to take the wins, the challenges, the losses, the gains, everything. And it's about trusting that you are worthy of getting to that place where your desires, your dreams manifest and they come true. And it's about letting them unfold on their own in their own time, right? When we get to that place where our ideals are so rigid, then we don't make forward momentum. We're rigid, we're stuck, we're where we are. But when we can let go of the rigid plans and allow ourselves to move, things really do start to fall into place, right? In more oftentimes in ways we didn't even expect them to happen. The same can happen for you when you're doing this, right? So just ask yourself, what expectations or timelines can I release? Like, what are you holding on to so white knuckled that you're blocking yourself, right? How can you trust that your dreams are already on their way? What is your dream? Can you see that it's coming towards you? Whether it's hurtling down like a freight train or slowly drifting on a breeze like a feather, it's coming. It's coming for you, right? Remember, these steps work for anything, okay? So when you're trying to, I say manifest, but really just bring into your life. When you're trying to do anything, we're trying to change or shift your mind frame, your mindset, manifest or bring new things in. Remember that you can use these steps, right? Oh my goodness, it's so windy. So whether you want to lose weight or, improve your health, maybe you want to shift your financial situation, maybe there's all different kinds of things, right? It doesn't matter. Pick one and go for it. You got to start with gratitude. You got to start with your gratitude for your body. You got to release if you're moving. If you're using this to try to move or weight or improve your health, I want you to start with gratitude for your body, where it is right now in this situation, whatever it looks like, whatever it weighs. It doesn't matter. It is here for you, and your body is showing up every day, right? So find gratitude for it. Find super deep gratitude for your body being there for you every single day. And then begin to surrender to the pressure for instant results. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden be like jacked and buff. It doesn't happen that way. I've been trying to manifest that for a long time. It doesn't happen that way. Align with your healthy habits. That person that you see yourself as, what does she need to do every day to get to that space? When you're in that mind frame of, does this align with my future self? You can ask yourself those questions. And sometimes, like when you're going up for the third or fourth serving of the birthday cake and you're like, I don't really want it, but for some reason I can't stop eating it, but this doesn't really align with who I want to be in the future, right? So then that helps with those decisions. And then allow the process to unfold, allowing yourself to go through those ebbs and flows, to understand what your body is going through, to make the changes along the way, right? Be grateful for your body every day that it shows up. This is insane. I left one door open. That's all I did. I'm sorry. If you're just listening and not watching the video, the wind is literally blowing the curtains into my face. So that is hilarious. It's a windy day here today. Okay. So the next one I want to talk about, because this is a big one. A lot of you guys have said, well, I'd love financial freedom. I'd love to not have a mortgage. This big like conditioning thought that we have to have all of these things, right? Material things, we have to have them. So if you're in that situation where you're dreaming of financial freedom, I want you to start by being grateful for the abundance that you already have. And I wasn't kidding when I say, like, there were days when there was like $3 so way back when, right? And had I known back then that I could shift my mind frame around that, then what a difference that would have made back then. But you literally are grateful for everything that you have, every penny, every sofa quarter, all of that stuff. And then surrender your fears around money. Money is, I believe, super abundant. It's just that we don't believe that we deserve it a lot of times, right? So align with smart financial decisions. Now, hear me out here. You are not going to become financially abundant if you cannot get a handle on your credit card spending, on paying off your debts, on whether or not you actually need things versus want things, okay? You cannot, because when you're in that situation, you're taking it for granted, right? And that is not a smart financial decision, right? And I want you to trust that more is always on the way when you're in those situations, okay? Get financially smart and trust that as you do this, as you align with abundance, as you align with trusting that money is always there, it is always going to come. How can you make sure that you're aligned with it in a smart way? Because the possibilities for these 4 steps are literally endless. You can use them for everything, okay? Manifestation is for everything. Alignment is for everything. And it's a process that you can use over and over and over again. I am using it right now. I'm currently in this process with another project that I am working on, and I am seeing it unfold, and I am absolutely amazed at how it's unfolding, okay? And no, I'm not sharing the hidden details of it just yet. So as we wrap up, I want you to remember manifestation isn't about magic, okay? It's intention, it's belief, it's action. You have to take the action. Start today by practicing your gratitude, surrendering what is holding you back, align with your future self, and then allow the process to unfold, okay? You are 100% worthy of your dreams, and they are waiting for you. You just got to claim them for yourself. If you are ready, guys, to dive deeper into these steps, I want you to check out the Do the Work book, because I've designed this to guide you through every stage of this process. It has prompts, it has questions to ask yourself, and it gives you a really awesome outline of how each of these steps work, right? So grab that. I'm going to post the link to purchase that below here for you. And don't forget to connect with me on my Instagram, Victoria_health strategist. I am constantly giving you guys more tips, tricks, all this kind of good stuff on there. So please, we talk about all aspects of health. We talk about our mind, body, spirit. We talk about midlife, and we just talk about it all. So get there, let's chat. And thank you so much again for joining me today. Let's remember, it's our one and only life. This is the only opportunity we have to live this life. So get out there and create one that you don't want to escape from. Create one that you love and that you have so much gratitude for, okay? Until next time, guys, keep dreaming the big dreams. Take those inspired actions and align yourself with your future self. That's all for me today. Thanks so much for being here again, guys. I absolutely appreciate you so freaking much. Have a good one.